We're
my
rolling.
boy. Yeah.
We're rolling.
Yo. My boy.
Yes, sir.
Got my boy Richie Nigro here today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Richie FX.
in the building.
FX. Whatever you want to call him. You already know it's your host, your boy, King Alfatier, aka Mr. Motivated Culture. And yo, we here. First interview with my boy right here. No better way. I could think of no better way than to kick the show off. And this is what we here for. So yo, introduce yourself for the people, man. The people want to know who you are.
All right. Hi, Al. What's up? Motivate the culture, baby. We here. Name is Richie FX Nigro. World-renowned artist, entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Risk
sir.
taker. Life maker.
Oh, love that.
Go-getter.
Okay.
No better.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, what an introduction. Hey, yo. My boy out here like Ali.
Right.
Yo, man, it's good to have you up here, though, bro. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank
very excited to be doing this.
Me too.
Yo, so now that you introduced yourself, and you know, I think the world has they want to know who exactly is Richie now. Who exactly is FX? Who is Richie FX? Who are all these people when you putting all of it together, and when you sit down at the end of the day and you know it's just you? How do you break it all down?
I'm just living, man. I'm just going through it day by day. Get it as I live it type mental, you know. Still, you know, I know myself, but it's always growing and it never stops. So, you know, I don't even know exactly what it all is or what it all means, and I probably never will until
It's just a montage of personality
until it's over. But I know it's all encompassing, all the art and everything that I'm into.
Absolutely.
Between the music, the traditional painting, the tattooing, you know, photography, editing, the whole nine, all that, you know. Plus me as just a person, individual, father, and life liver, you know what I mean? On this spinning,
it doesn't stop.
The spinning rock.
It doesn't stop.
No, it does not.
It doesn't stop.
Until
life nor the world.
No.
Life nor the world, unfortunately. Actually, I don't even know if it's an unfortunate thing.
It's not.
You know what I mean? It's a good thing, actually. You know what I mean? It makes sure that nothing is ever stagnant.
No. I think we just go. You go as hard as you can while we're here in this time, space, reality.
Absolutely.
Do your best. You know.
So what is it that you do that keeps you going? Like what makes up all your different personalities? Like what is your number one thing that you go to? I know you're an artist of sorts in a million different ways, but what is the thing that drives you the most?
What drives me the most? I think it was you could call it God's gift, or just the gift, or my genetic makeup, whatever it is, whatever made this, or whatever's inside me, is what pushes me and moves me and motivates me. I don't know what it is. I'm thankful that I have it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it always keeps me wanting more and trying to do more and reaching for more things, and just staying busy. I do know that it keeps me somewhat sane, and I wouldn't know what the hell I would do if I didn't
otherwise
have these vehicles and avenues, you know. Then this life would be really meaningless to me. You know, other than my daughters and, you know, family and people that love me, you know, which I understand that.
So we do the tattoo.
Tattoo, yeah.
We paint.
Tattoo. We paint.
You're a designer.
We design.
Make the threads, all of that. Like right now, what you're wearing right now, this is custom fit.
Yeah, this is all custom fit. Yep. This is the bar right here that's representing.
And what's the name of that brand?
One of my ventures is Haute Cult. Haute Cult, high fashion culture. So that's one of my ventures, and it has a lot to do with photography. A lot of the grit and street dirt mixed with high fashion is basically the best way to put that. So the bar there is one of the standards for it. So if you see the bar around, then you know that Haute Cult's attached to it. and myself. You know, also artistically, the bar is a representation for me of either new beginnings or no new endings, or neither, just an infinite, you know what I mean? Broken down into a simplistic form, one line, kind of just like, that's the statement right there.
Oh, I feel that.
In a world where there's so much going on between social media, politics, all this, you know, all this stuff going on.
Absolutely.
It's almost like, you know, deconstruction is the word that I like to use, and break it all down.
Break it all down, take it apart and dissect it.
Dissect it and simplify it. So as an artist, that was like kind of my thing, which came to me, and it ended up becoming the stamp. You know, which it all just fit perfectly.
Was there any specific like inspiration behind that, or
it just came, bro?
It just came.
Like a lot of things do for me, you know. It's there, whether it's subconscious or it's something. But no, this one just came through. I was like trying to think about it now. You know, I don't know exactly when the bar came up.
Yeah.
Within the mix of me doing things.
It's just the.
It happened.
Yeah, the makings of.
And I was like,
of something special. Yeah.
I felt it. You know, it was all feeling.
How most art is. I mean, we know how that is anyway. You know what I mean? When you're creating, it just comes from somewhere. You can't even explain it.
It's called out the ether. Right?
That's it, bro. You just grabbing it off the sky. You know what I'm saying? The ideas are there. They're all out there. It's just, you know, you end up grasping at the ones that are yours over the course of time. You know, that's how I feel. But is there any like what's your motivation to like continue to do what you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know for an artist, it can be more or less sometimes where, you know, there's days where it's harder than others to find inspiration in things, or, you know, the world itself might be bogging down on you, you know what I'm saying, and you're feeling the weight of it, you know what I'm saying? How do you deal with those days? How do you push through those days?
Through the art, you know, that's how I do it.
Yeah.
We've been down. We've been all the way. We've been incarcerated, you know? We've been through the abuse. We've been through the heartbreaks. All that used as fuel. Sure, I had my downtime. You had to feel it, go through it, be broken down. But within that, gave me the energy and power to push through and persevere. You know, I'm not giving up, not letting it go. You know, that's the fire. It all gave me fire. So that's the inspo, and that's what gives me, you know, the fire to push through. And it's my personality, and it's in my signs, and that's just how it is. So it's just like there, you know. And I don't know nothing else.
Where do you see yourself going with it?
I got a big plan for stretching out over the globe. You know, I plan on doing exactly what we're doing here in Connecticut, creative spaces. And just spreading the art, the music, you know, in every place that I'm at. Then bring it back to New York, bring it to California. Yeah. And work in that triangle right there.
Yeah, creating like hubs more or less.
Yeah. So keep like boom, boom, create
where you can just keep it moving, yeah. Now, do you see yourself bringing in other artists into that, or?
Yeah, this is for sure. Any place that I'm in and I'm on, just like me and you, and this all coming together. Boom.
I know for a lot of people it's hard for them to be. Now I don't want to. So teachable and teachers. You know what I'm saying? Some people aren't teachable. You know what I'm saying? Where in a sense, like, so maybe you've tried to give somebody game and it kind of turned you off to people in the sense of being that teacher because how people receive things. You know what I'm saying? Do you see yourself as a teacher? You know what I'm saying? Like, are there people out there that you know that you're going to connect with and that you want to be able to spread, like, your type of art too?
Yeah. Yeah, and I've seen it, and I've mentored people in the tattoo world and painting and just naturally connecting and vibing with creatives. It just kind of happens. Yeah. I wouldn't appoint myself a teacher, you know, like all-knowing or anything like that.
Oh no, absolutely.
But I know that I do, and I do inspire, and I give what I know.
And that's got to mean a lot.
Which to some people it might, I've seen it change their life. As people changed my life the same way. So I just like to keep that going. As a creative person, you're always going to be around creative people. And yes, bringing people in, you could lead the horse to water, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. You can't make them drink it.
Yeah, whether you drink it or not, it's up to you. And it's not my job, to do that.
No.
But if you're in my area and you're in my radius, something's going to happen, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For sure. And I love that. And I love helping people, and I love networking and connecting. And it's very important. Mm-hmm. And being in my position and having places and hubs and galleries and art galleries and things, I could bring people in, and showcase people's work and help other people out. And that's just an awesome thing. And I love that. So, yeah,
No, absolutely. I think that's a very important thing, especially when you're trying to create a legacy or create something that you want to push forward for many years to come. Eventually, there's going to come a time where, somebody else is going to have to carry that torch. You know what I'm saying? And Absolutely. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable with that. We see it all the time where people kind of just coddle their art or coddle their, gift. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But I really always felt like, you have a gift because it's there to give.
Yeah.
It's the whole point of a gift, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's what's up, man. I don't think a lot of people see it the way you see it, and that's a dope thing. Now, with everything you have going in your future ahead of you and everything you have behind you, would you say that you love your past more than your future more than your past, or is just being present enough?
Yeah. It's about now. It's about the moment. That's a fact. And if you try to get yourself there, that's it. This right now happening right here, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? I take from the past. I look towards the future. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. You can plan and be excited for it.
Definitely.
The past, a lot of things went on in the past. All learning, Try to take from that. I love a lot of things from the past, but you can't live in the past or the future because you're living right now. Mm-hmm. So I think the most important thing is the now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the now. It's these moments. So it's like the present. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to live in right there.
That's the most important. And I think it's the hardest for people to like really, really get. Is to live in the moment, because we're constantly, just as human beings, we're either always dwelling on the past or we can't stop thinking about the future, and then before we know it, we're just stuck right where we are. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that if more people lived in the present and didn't focus so much on the past or the future, they'd find themselves progressing a lot further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I agree. I'm learning still, and I'm still trying,
as we all are, you know?
But at least I recognize it and I can see it, and I know that that's what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely.
What I mean? So try to focus on the moment, Focus on the moment.
So segueing from that to this, what would be, if there is anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I know for some people are very just happy with themselves. And some people are always looking to level up. So if there was one thing, what is one thing that you would never change about yourself?
I wouldn't change the past. Only because now in this time I'm realizing that all the things in the past made me what I am today. Yeah. No matter how fucked up things were or things that I've done, it made me who I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like straight up.
Yeah, it's a lot of pain in that, man. It's about putting that, for art too. I know, like, your pain goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of walk straight into it. A lot of people walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? They're scared to face the pain. But I feel like, and I know this because I know you, but, you're somebody who kind of walks straight into it, instead of trying to walk around it. You know what I'm saying? Which I think it's a skill, man. It really is a skill to be able to do so, because, it's hard to face something like that sometimes. But when I see it in art form, it's crazy what it turns into. You know what I mean? It's crazy because it becomes something so beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I think that's something that's extremely dope about how you approach life in general.
I appreciate that because I don't always feel.
Yeah. Oh no. Of course.
Way.
And I think and this is where having conversations like this, or just talking about motivation and inspiration in general, is because we never know exactly who we touch or who we inspire until we know. You know what I mean? It's most people aren't going to tell you, but behind closed doors, man, damn, I really touched somebody. I know somebody out there feeling it because I feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think, when you really step back and see it, and you're looking at things from the outside. What's something that you never want to part with? And that's not talking about yourself. I'm talking about art, music, or whatever it is in the multi-facet of things that you do. What is something you would never want to part with?
I would never want to part with my daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's for sure.
So
beyond me, another human.
And that's a whole nother level, because we're talking about family.
Yeah.
So obviously family is something like this is extremely important to you.
Yeah, it is. It is, and coming from such a chaotic upbringing, having my own children now, my 2 girls, that's something that I would never want to part from. And I have had space between them, and it hurt every day, So.
And they're artists as well.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Yeah. They are both artists.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's
really
dope.
cool.
That's fire, bro.
That's
really
fire,
cool. Especially when because people try and pass things down all the time. So for to have your kids,
it was just naturally,
naturally just kind of pick it up. I mean, that's like one of the highest.
It's cool.
Forms of happiness. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, like having your child pick up where you left off is crazy.
Yeah, the oldest for sure. The youngest, she can.
Mm-hmm.
She's still finding her way, but still does talented things.
Yeah.
Between dance and painting and, drawing.
Yeah. Now, it's funny you say that, finding your way. Do you still feel like you're finding your way?
Yeah.
Because I want to kind of say that because there's no age.
Yeah.
And I think people often put an age on what finding your way is. Do you still feel like you're finding your way?
Yeah, don't put an age on it. Listen, I didn't know where the fuck I was going until in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I was trying to do this and that, whatever I could do to hustle and make bread, do my thing. Until I finally got into the tattoo world. And that was in my 30s, and that changed my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So now I could say more to that question is, I know where I'm at and where I'm going, basically. But it took some time to find out. I always had, I could always illustrate pretty well and draw well, what I mean? But I didn't know what it was going to turn into, and that wasn't my plan at all. But now, total thriving on art and taking care of a family and myself and able to have all this freedom because of it, which is the most incredible thing in the world to me. Able to do things like this, it's crazy, the freedom.
Oh, absolutely. It's nothing like it, honestly.
It's crazy.
And that's what we're all trying to achieve. I think it's just that level of freedom where we can just be who we are on any given day.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Because not everybody gets to even ever experience that. There's people out there, man, who spend every waking day, getting up and going to work for somebody else and never knowing what real freedom is, bro.
Yeah.
Or not even knowing that they could achieve it just simply by, going out there and putting some action. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've been there. I was that.
Never do that again.
No, I don't even think about that.
No.
There's no way.
There's no way. There's no other way. So, and that's great for you to even say, because it makes me think about, do you think that that's a survival instinct, or do you think that's just a matter of knowing that, I can do this? I can do this. It's not about surviving. It's not about having to do it, or like it's just, this is me. This will work. It'll always work.
Yeah, I've been doing it too long, so this is it.
Yeah.
This is over a decade of, artwork and doing it. So I'm not even like,
Yeah, it's no longer a survival instinct, or maybe it never was. You know what I'm saying? I know. So many people, use survival, as like a way of motivation, which I think is, you're manifesting or taking in negative energy, because survival is not that it's a negative thing, but the action of it, or having the position that you're in to have to survive, 9 times out of 10 is a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? It stems from a negative thing, or you put yourself in a negative place, or you know what I'm saying? You found yourself in a position where you had no choice but to be back against the wall. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we're trying to get away from.
Yep. At the same token, though, not being too comfortable, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
So I do still do things and live a certain way to where I have to motivate and do things.
Mm-hmm.
Or I won't make it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like kickstarting that old car.
So you don't want to get too comfortable,
Yeah, no, comfortability's a killer.
Yeah, that's a little too much. Things start to die out, I feel, with that, So I like to stay a little uncomfortable and keep it a little dangerous.
Yeah. Little dangerous. just a little dangerous. So what's next? What's next for you?
Just enough. Well, we're in a big venture right now.
Mm-hmm.
Opening up a beautiful new space, tattoo art gallery,
mm-hmm.
Renaissance Culture Club.
Fire. Love that name too, Renaissance.
Yep, Renaissance Culture Club.
Sounds like a new beginning.
That is.
Sounds like something just.
That's what the Renaissance is.
Absolutely.
Right there. So, that's the latest. So, look for that. Renaissance Culture Club is coming up. And that's going to be like the only art gallery out these parts in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Plus tattoo.
You hear that? We breaking ground here. Breaking ground. Never done before. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's all about is breaking ground and trying to do, new things and new levels and new heights. Yo, I love that. I love that.
So that's next.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, after that is solidified.
Then we moving on to
then we're gonna
New
move
York,
to the next.
LA, and create these
we're gonna
hubs.
start putting these hubs, boom, 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 to where even like let's go further. You know what I'm saying? Let's take it to Japan.
Always further.
Yeah, let's go.
Always further.
Worldwide.
Let's go.
Worldwide. Why?
That's it. So, do you find yourself? One last question for you.
This is the last question.
Last question for you.
This is it.
This is it right here. And it's a very simple question, but I think it's something that people find complicated.
Do
you see yourself more as a worldly person, or do you prefer solitude?
Right away, my brain's like...
Yeah, are you outside? Are you for the streets? Or do you prefer solitude? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. I like both.
Yeah.
Can I like both?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know, and that's why I said a lot of people find it complicated.
I like
because
both.
They think they need to do one or the other.
Okay, if I could do... I like both. I love my solitude.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love doing a lot of things by myself, for sure. Working and making things happen. But then I love being out. And I love networking and socializing when it's time to, for sure. You know?
Yeah.
But I definitely... I couldn't socialize all the time. I gotta
It becomes
retreat.
draining to a point.
I gotta retreat, and
It's almost like you're taking on too many energies, and it ends up just taking more than it gives.
Gotta get back to yourself, and then just chill,
mm-hmm.
and make things happen again. So, I'm both, man, For sure.
That's what's up.
But maybe I'll lean a little more towards solitude. You know, do like 70-40.
No. Yeah, I'm somewhere around there. I'm somewhere around there.
Or I mean, what? 60-40.
60-40.
Yeah, that's the math.
But I think
I'm not a mathematician. I'm an artist.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I definitely in this age, and as I get older, and the more I realize about the world, you know what I'm saying, I become more in tune with things. I think solitude has done me a little better than outside.
Yeah.
You know. But my boy Richie Nigro, Richie FX. Listen, motivate the culture. My boy gave everything here today, and I love that.
Motivate the culture, people.
Extremely happy. So, stay looking out for him. Richie FX, Richie Nigro,
Yep.
Hawk Coat,
Yep.
And what the Renaissance
Culture Club,
all of that, and this is why I thought it was important to, you know, have my boy up here and really talk, because this is a man who's out here and he's hitting the ground and he's hitting the pavement and he's doing a million different things. And, you know, never let anybody think or tell you that, you know, one thing is all you can do at one time, because it's not. It's not. It's literally, that's not the case. You can go out here and you can do it too. And that's what these shows are all going to be about. Thank you for tapping in, my boy. I love it. I love that you was able to do this with me.
Yes, sir.
You already know we will have Richie back at some point. Yo, we're going to have to pull up.
Check in.
Come check out the Renaissance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll do it in your spot next time.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
man.
right.
Hey, yo. Next time, love.
Peace. Motivate the culture, baby.
Oh, that was smooth. That was very smooth.
And recorded.